Well, good afternoon and welcome to my Bajerski YouTube channel. It's been a while, guys. Lovely to see you all. And here we are in the most beautiful part of the world called Bali. It's one of the most idyllic places to live. Coconuts growing everywhere, rice fields around us. It's a place where I love to come and do my work. Really, I really do love doing my work here, and I am doing a one-off event coming up shortly, so I hope to see you all here. That's on the 13th of September. A lot of you already know about that. A lot of you are coming, so thank you, and I can't wait to see you here in Bali. It's going to be a really special event, so I'm really looking forward to that, guys. I really am. But the main reason why I came to Bali is because of the energy. Um, um, where do I begin, really? The energy here is of a lack of complexity. It's more about flow, understanding, and above all, respect for one another. Many different things you can see around you. You know, even the motorbikes. When the motorbikes and cars beep, they don't beep because they're angry. They're beeping to say, "Hey, I'm here," and it's really refreshing. Whereas in Spain, where I live, when somebody beeps, you've got to be a bit careful because they're angry. So I guess depending on where you are in the world, to how people react and how they use certain instruments to, either use for the good of mankind or use for the bad of mankind. Like we talk about the knife. You take a knife in your hand, you can use it to cut fruit and eat it, or you can cause great harm. So I choose to be around people who are respectful. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here, because I'm able then not to get into confrontation with the world around me, with the problems and issues that so many of us in the Western world just live our earthly life in confrontation. All you need to do is look on social media. There's always an issue or problem. There's always, I don't know, there's a drama. There's always a drama. And I think we've been programmed to the drama energy. We've been programmed because if there's no drama, then we don't have a life. We're bored. We're not really existing. Whereas really, existence is in the self, within the understanding of our own inner peace and silence. That's where we really, really do the work. And it fits nicely onto my first talk here, self-help talk, in the beautiful Bali. And that's why is it's so difficult to love ourselves and treat ourselves as we often treat others better than we do ourselves. And I just want to give you guys an understanding of this. Just because I speak about these things doesn't mean I've mastered them. I came here yesterday and I was going to do a video, and I realized, you know what, Mark, you're not up to doing a video today. And the reason why is because I had a really bad headache, and I don't normally get headaches. And due to the fact that I was working so hard in Spain and traveling and doing my work, working with crystals, and above all, basically jumping when somebody said how high, or is it the other way around? Yes, yeah, me saying how high when people say jump, and I often do that when I feel people are in a place of negativity, of desperation, and I often try and please people. You know what I mean? We're people pleasers, and we do it because we don't want confrontation. We don't want people to think bad of us. So we end up going into that place where we put ourselves on the back burner, and we do as we do for others, and until we find ourselves in a place of collapse, burnout, whatever you want to call it. And that often happens to all of us who are in that energy of empathy, kindness, caring, and often people will take advantage of that and misinterpret that as weakness. So they abuse our kindness and our love. Yet those very people, if somebody is in authority and tells them to behave themselves, they will bow down and do that. So we have to learn to overcome that very energy, which is our fault, not their fault, because if you're going to put yourself out there, then hey, that's the way it is. So we have to learn to become stronger than other people's weaknesses, because ultimately we're trying to help other people's weaknesses, right? If they weren't weak and they were okay and they were strong, then we wouldn't have any problems. This is one of the reasons why I always tell you guys, surround yourself with beautiful people who understand you, who love you for who you are, because they're less likely going to take advantage of you, not because they mean to, but because they see you as a weakness, so they can call upon you to do their bidding. So you have to be very careful who you choose to be around and surround yourself with, because you can soon find yourself in an awkward position where most of us who are empaths struggle to say no. And that's something that we need to talk about today. Treating yourself as good as you treat others is something, like I said, by saying no to people, you're saying yes to yourself. By saying yes to yourself, you're then able to elevate yourself to a new energy, a new level, and happiness, really. So there are one of the things that is most intrigues me most of all is how the world has really duped us to believing that a working life is 9 to 5. I have to tell you guys, this might shock you, but we're not geared up to be in a working life from 9 in the morning till 5 at night. That's not what this human consciousness, this power, this energy, these gifts are. They're not there for that. They are not, honestly. And that's why so many people now, you can see, are in depression, are lost, don't know who they are, where they want to go. And it's because we've been trained by society, by the darkness, to dupe us, to fool us into believing that we need to be kept busy. By keeping us busy, humanity lays low, it stays low, it is a low vibration, which is perfect for the dark energy. That's where it wants you to be. Therefore, you are imprisoned, you're enslaved, and you certainly are not showing your greatest abilities and gifts. It's impossible. You need a lot of time through the day to start to awaken, attune to your higher self. It doesn't happen instantly. So we take small steps as we do. I've been doing it 15 years now, and most of those 15 years have been waking up in the morning from 10 o'clock in the morning, working on my first client till 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night. So I've been in that energy of learning how to self-heal, how to feel, how to understand. And even after 15 years, I still haven't got there yet. I still fall all the time, right? So, the message here is that it's lifetimes of understanding, of experience. It doesn't happen instantly. Maybe it might do for you, but it hasn't for me. And I've had to unprogram, unlearn myself as I was taught as a child, from when I came out of the womb till I turned to an adult age, of realizing that I'd been duped into this world to believe that the only thing that is of reality is the system. So you have to buy into the system. You have to become a slave to the system. Therefore, this is a great part of today's message. I think the only way you can find out who you are, how you can break free to be who you're meant to be, how to be able to say no, the first thing you need to do is say no to a system that suppresses you and enslaves you. I did this and it certainly helped. It's the first step. And then from there, you start to find out that the reality of eating, drinking, sleeping and working is non-existent. It's not real. It's an illusion. It's a suppression. It's there to keep your eyes closed and your third eye or your spiritual heightened gifts suppressed and bogged down. So we have to start somewhere. So you can't start somewhere if you're always helping other people and you're becoming depressed or sad or you're not getting anywhere. Don't blame everybody else. What you need to do, like I do, is to say to people, sorry guys, I'm not answering your message. Sorry guys, I'm out of here. And if they love you and they care for you, then there's no problem. However, if they don't love you and they don't really care for you and they're selfish people, you will find they will attack you or say nasty things to you. Then their true colours exist. Ask yourself one question. If a family member or a friend of yours who you love and care for says, I'm off and I'm going to find myself, Ask yourself, what would you say? If you're an empath, you would say, oh my God, that's exactly what I need to do. You would not fight and argue with them and feel bad and feel threatened and feel, oh no, I can't manage without them. Okay? So if somebody does that to you, you need to understand one thing. They are not there for your higher self, your higher growth. They're only there to suppress you. And that is a hardest thing to grasp. It is the most challenging things. And a lot of you guys are watching this now thinking, whoa, Mark, this is a bit heavy. But it isn't heavy, guys. You have to overcome the most important part of your journey, which is now, and that's why you're watching this. You have to now learn to grow from that what kept you where you are. And this is why I'm here today to share that with you. Again, I have to emphasize this. I am here today and my head's still a little bit painful because I had an ear infection, because my immune system was low, because I was answering everybody because their need for a new crystal, a need for this, a need for that, a need kept me in that energy of having to surrender my own life, my own health, and look after everybody else. So it's a real wake-up call for me and for you to say enough is enough. We can't keep on holding people's hands and expecting them to elevate to any kind of level if all we're doing is holding their hand. People now have to realize that they have to do this themselves. Nobody, and I repeat, nobody will be fixed by you. Nobody. You will only simply walk that path with them and realize one day that this is getting you nowhere and getting them nowhere. The only time anybody can ever heal from their past traumas, from their issues, to elevate themselves, to clear their fear, to clear anxiety, to clear OCD, to clear any illness or any addiction, is for them to work on themselves. That's it. It's as simple as that. Nobody's going to fix them. Nobody. So they have to embrace that. And sometimes when you walk away from people, they then realize that they have to do it themselves. So it isn't selfish. It is extremely important and powerful act that we can give to others so they can heal themselves. And yes, you may find one day that they will talk about you and say bad things about you, but you know what? Who cares? If they've elevated and they've become stronger and happy and they don't need you anymore, then it's a win-win, right? And if you're happy for people, whether they talk bad of you or not, then it shows how much more elevated you are. So I love everybody, no matter what people say about me. I love them, and I think they're my brothers and sisters. And in this world, we've simply forgot about who our brothers and sisters are. We spend so much time now believing in social media and separating ourselves from the world, from religion, from every aspect of thinking, from spirituality, from whoever believes in whatever belief system. We are separated, and yet we came here as brothers and sisters from one world, the spirit world, home. So we came from home, we come here, and now we think we're all individuals. We're not. And you would say now, well, that's a contradiction, Mark. You're telling me to separate yourself from other people. Yes, I am. And I'm telling you to do that for a reason, to heighten your vibration, your awareness of life. When you heighten that awareness, you will always send love to the people you care for, to the people that you've said goodbye to. You never forget them. All the people that think that I don't like them, that's not true. They're the first people I send love and healing to on a daily basis. I close my eyes and send healing meditation to people that I know who are believing that they need me and I'm not around. I send them healing every day to make them stronger, because one day I know I'll look back and see them and I'll smile and they'll say, I needed to do this on my own, and I'm so glad that this has happened. And that's often happened to me over the 15 years, guys. Many people have come back up and given me a cuddle and said, Mark, you know, I realized I was in a bad place, and I realized that I was just coming to you and it wasn't helping, and I needed to do it myself, and you kept telling me this, and one day the penny dropped and here I am, and I can see the change in them, and I smile and give them a cuddle and say, well done you. So that's the bottom line, guys. I think the message today, our first message, tomorrow will be about a crystal and oil we'll work on, but today is a message about putting yourself first today. I know it's a cliche, many people say it, many people talk about, you know, many dimensions, and I am this and you are only on one dimension and I'm this, but you know what, the reality is many people talk, but many people don't actually do the work. So I'm here now and I'm doing the work, guys, and that's why I didn't do a video for a good few days. I needed to work on myself and take care of myself. And today's the first day where I started to feel somewhat better now, and I'm getting there. And now I'm, you know, when you've worked so hard, and all of a sudden, you know, through that working moment where I knew I had to get everything ready in the academy so that when I left the academy, everything would be in order for my staff. They wouldn't have to worry about anything. That took some doing. Well, as I was doing that, I realized, wow, I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself here. I could feel that pressure growing and growing and growing. But you actually go into automatic pilot. You know that feeling, right? When you know you can't stop because you've got to fulfill certain things. And then at the end of it, when you've fulfilled it, your body then crashes because it says, okay, now you're finished. Now you need to relax. And now then your body now starts to self-heal. That's when you feel like you've crashed or you're exhausted. There's many different words for it, a breakdown. Whereas it's a very positive thing. It means now that your body is working on itself and it's beginning the healing process. So you would actually feel like there's something wrong with you now, but it's not. Your body is now just clearing, detoxifying, and becoming stronger again. So that's where I am now, guys, and I'm feeling a lot better now from at least from the past 3 months that I've worked so hard. And that's it really, guys. I hope you got something from this video today. I'm here in Bali. Nobody's here, but I took advantage of this place because it's where I came last year, you'll remember, right? But nobody's here, so it's a shame really, because I used to love my ginger tea. But hey ho, things move on and we go with the change. There's a reason for it. Maybe, just maybe, the reason why that's happened is because for the next few days I can come here and make a little video in a little bit of peace and silence for you. So you're all in my heart and prayers. I want to say thank you to everybody who's bought a crystal from Bajerski.com, one of my working crystals. Thank you for buying your oils and your incense sticks, and thank you for trusting in my work. I really mean that. Today was a beautiful day because I was sat writing the first story on Diary of an Accidental Psychic Part 2, and I was really pleased with the outcome. So from there I came straight here and I thought, you know what, I feel strong enough to do a video now. So there we are, guys. Take a beautiful deep breath today. Remember who you are. Let go of other people's weaknesses, and remember, you are the most important person to work on, because without you working on yourself, there is no room for elevation. There is no room to fill that cup when it's full with everybody else's grief, trouble, stress and issues. It's time to pour that out and begin a new life and allow this new energy into that cup to become the most powerful and strongest person you can be, to then be able to help everybody else in a much more powerful way. From my heart to yours, have a great day, guys, and catch you tomorrow. Take care.